Benito Mussolini was born on July 29, 1883 in Forlì, Italy. He died on April 8, 1945 in Como, Italy. Mussolini, seeing fascism as his best chance to achieve power, courted the middle class, assassinated his opponents, and crushed all but a few of his countrymen into abject poverty. Early on, European nations applauded the improvements he made in Italy, but his alliance with Hitler's Germany ended his popularity. The alliance with Hitler drew his ill-prepared country into World War II. Mussolini's invasions of Ethiopia, France, and Greece failed. At the end of the war, he was arrested and executed by the communists.
Italian dictator Benito Mussolini built his post-World War I power base by using his former allies, the Socialists, and then betraying them with his support of fascism. He declared 1922 the year one of the Third Roman Empire. The fascist dictator gave fervent speeches.
Siate sempre orgogliosissimi di portare la gloriosa camisonera. Lo sarete voi?
Playing on the discontent of middle-class youth, Mussolini organized hit squads to suppress his opposition and restore law and order. His law and order. A former champion of the workers, he now had them murdered. In 1935, hoping to take his people's minds off of the spiraling poverty his policies had caused, he invaded Ethiopia and promoted civil war in Spain. He called himself Il Duce, the supreme leader. With no real substance to his governing, Il Duce relied on impressive show and propaganda to maintain his authority. He found support from Adolf Hitler, who had built a similar hollow power structure in an impoverished Germany. Convinced that war would restore their two countries to an idealized former glory, they plotted how they would divide up Europe when fascism gained what they considered to be its inevitable triumph. Blinded by ambition, Mussolini did not see how inadequate his oppressed people were to fight such a war. As Hitler declared his country's need for more territory, Mussolini hoped to join him in his victory. At the 1938 Munich Conference, England and France stood by as fascism took over Czechoslovakia, the prelude to World War II. But ultimately, the Axis powers' early triumphs turned to complete defeat. In 1945, Mussolini was executed before a firing squad and his body hung by the heels in the public square. He had paid the price for his dictatorial arrogance. But others paid the price as well. The ruin that Il Duce made of Italy would take years to rebuild. New generations were forced to learn hard lessons from the destructiveness of Benito Mussolini.
Benito Mussolini, a lifetime of accomplishment. A skilled propagandist, Mussolini wrote effectively first for socialist, then fascist newspapers after World War I. He rose to power as Il Duce, building the central fascist government around himself alone. He spent large amounts of money on public works. It was said he made the trains run on time. He displayed a superb talent for switching sides at the most advantageous moment.